Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So right now it is 5:08 in the morning and I decided I should do a what I eat in a day. This is my first like meal or thing that I'm eating right before the gym. So I just made my coffee. I'm gonna put some of the salted caramel foam topping on it. And in my coffee, I already have some of this skinny syrup, and it's actually salted caramel flavored. I just finished the cinnamon roll flavor, so doing this. So in here, you saw me make those little egg white muffins in my meal prep video. I actually made another batch of them, so there's 3 of them in here. I'm gonna heat these up in the microwave. That's gonna be some food that I eat. And that's not everything I eat before the gym. I'm gonna have some watermelon too. Okay, so these are warmed up now. I forgot to mention too, this is just pre-workout. So I'm not taking my pre-workout right now. Yeah, so pre-workout, I'm not drinking it right now, but I make it and just throw it in the fridge. So I'm gonna drink my coffee, eat my egg white bites, and then I will have my watermelon right before going to the gym. It's 5:11. I try to get out of here, like 5:40, 5:30, so I'm running late today. Alright, so you can't see, but it's 5:35 now. So I'm just going to grab out my pre-workout because I'm about to head out. And grab watermelon. So I'm having 100 grams of watermelon, so I'm just going to weigh that out and eat that. And then I should be out the door in 5 minutes or less. Okay, so I'm in my room now. It's 10:06. I got back from the gym around 8:45, 9 o'clock, I don't know. And I showered, got ready to do my laser hair removal. So that's why I'm in my room and that's why it took so long. But before I start doing all that, I'm going to make a smoothie. So a protein smoothie, whatever. So it's just going to be frozen strawberries, frozen bananas, a small piece of frozen ginger, because ginger takes over a smoothie really quickly, but it is good for you, and I have a ton of it in the freezer, so I should use it. A scoop of protein powder, some kefir, 5 ounces of kefir, and water. I forgot, I've actually also been putting in this bursting boba. It's the passion fruit flavor, so you'll see when I put it in. It's just the little balls that explode. But that goes in last. So I completely forgot I have this like super green stuff, so I'm actually gonna throw a scoop in here. Why not? I have it, I might as well use it, right? I was literally just thinking to myself, if I had spinach, I would put it in. And then I was like, oh crap, I have some greens powder. Okay, so I don't know what it is about the smoothie, by the way, that whenever I blend it, it could be the kefir or it could be the protein, but it gets like really thick and fluffy, which I don't like that. It's not for me. So I have to let it sit for a little bit to kind of like calm down and not be so like, I guess, foamy or fluffy. I don't know, it's weird. It only happens when I use either the protein or the kefir. Like, it can't be anything else doing that. But yeah, so I'm gonna let this relax, because if I open it right now, it got so fluffy in there, or foamy, whatever, that it'll just start seeping out of the top. So I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna give that a minute. Now we're just gonna measure out the boba, and then the smoothie is ready. So these are the little balls. They just have the syrup in there and they just burst, and it's delicious. Okay, so this is a smoothie. Clearly the greens powder didn't really make it green, but I'll live. Really good. Still really thick. But this is like my mid-morning, my morning snack, my breakfast. I don't know what to call this. I was having protein oatmeal, but let me put you down. So I was having protein oatmeal in the morning after the gym, but, well, let me backtrack. I was having overnight oats after the gym. So I was doing plain oatmeal, that plain protein powder, because that's what I have, I'm trying to use it up. and I would put like cinnamon, vanilla, the sugar-free sweetener, and peanut butter, crunchy peanut butter, because I have that and I need to use it up. So I was doing all that, but then the peanut butter does way better when it's, you know, hot and melty. So I was like, oh, I'll just make this oatmeal every morning hot.
Well, joke was on me because
that plain protein powder does not mix at all in hot things. Like, it was grainy and weird and gritty, and it was edible, but like, I don't want to do that every day. So that's why I started putting it in the smoothie and doing the smoothie. I'll go back to the peanut butter oatmeal once I finish up this protein powder, I guess. I don't know. Or just when I feel like it. But like, look at how thick this thing is. It's like, and it's not thick because it's icy. It's thick because whatever it is that makes it foamy. Okay, so now that I have my smoothie, and it is 1:14, time for some French press coffee. So, yeah. Okay, so the idea behind this is that you're supposed to like put your coffee grounds in. It's supposed to be 1.5 tablespoons, and then you put some hot water on it so that the coffee blooms for 30 seconds. Do I count the 30 seconds? No, but it's blooming. Okay, so now the coffee just sits for 5 minutes, and then I press it. So I just leave it here. I put a timer on the microwave, and then so when that beeps, then I know that the coffee's ready, because if not, I forget about it. So in the last video that I did, that included my little coffee like routine, I was using the iced cinnamon roll or cinnamon bun, sugar-free, dairy-free, calorie-free, blah 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 syrup, right? Well, I finished that. So now I'm using the salted caramel flavor, which this is my 3rd bottle of this, like, in my lifetime. I know I like this flavor, so I always get it. And I believe I have mocha and vanilla in the cabinet, but I like to just go through one flavor at a time because I only have one pump. And the reason this guy doesn't have a pump in it yet, and I've used him, is because when you put the pump in, you know, some stuff overflows and it just gets messy. So I try to use it a few times with just pouring it out manually before I put the pump in, so that way I don't create a mess. Now, before I put in my coffee, I like to put in my creamers and all that stuff first. I don't know why, just what I like to do. So I'm gonna put in a little bit of what I think is about a pump-ish of the calorie-free syrup. I don't know, I don't put too much. I don't like my coffee super sweet, so whatever. And then I do 1 serving of the almond creamer, the caramel flavored, and then I'm gonna do 1 serving of the peppermint mocha. Okay, so now I just kind of swirl these all together because, you know, I don't know, in my head it helps. Now I will pour the French press on. Trey and I actually used to have like an actual French press. I still have it. It's just a screen like that you press down with. I need a replacement for it because it kind of just got old. And now I just use a travel French press because what's the harm? Ooh, that got very close to the top. Okay, good enough. All right, so to top my coffee, I have this non-dairy whipped topping. I got this from Restaurant Depot in a grocery haul. I'll link that down below if you're interested, because all that stuff is actually what I'm still eating. So 1 serving of this is 6 grams, and 6 grams seems like plenty to me. That's 1 serving. Feels like a lot to me. You can't see it, but it's over the cup. Just do that, and then I do a sprinkle of cinnamon on top. Sometimes it's a sprinkle, sometimes a whole bunch falls out. We never really know what's gonna happen. So that is the coffee I like to make, usually around the afternoon. 1:30 now, 1 o'clock, I don't know, sometimes make it at 2. I don't really make this after 3 o'clock though. But I'm gonna drink this and get back to cleaning. Alright, so if you didn't see my grocery haul from a few weeks ago, I'll link that down below. Anyway, I went to Restaurant Depot and I ended up picking up a hunk of like just deli meat. It was turkey pastrami. Anyway, I already had a hunk of prosciutto in my freezer, but I don't have a deli slicer, so I was just cutting everything as thin as I could by hand because that's how I like it, at least for the prosciutto. I didn't cut into the turkey pastrami because I knew I was going to my parents' house and they have a deli slicer. So I took the hunk of prosciutto, which my dad sliced up super thin for me, so that's what I'm having for, I'm gonna call it lunch, but it's not really lunch. I just kind of eat meals or snacks, I don't know, whatever. I eat when I'm hungry and I eat more often than not, right? So I have 1 ounce of prosciutto in here and 1 hard-boiled egg. I was having 2 eggs a day, but I only have 1 left today, and I did not feel like hard-boiling more because they were so incredibly difficult to peel. I think I looked online and it's something like if they're really fresh eggs, they're harder to peel when you hard-boil them. So not doing that, I'm just going to cook them on the stove, or I don't know, I'm gonna figure something out to use the eggs, but it was just really irritating, so that's why I'm not hard-boiling more. So yeah, 1 ounce of prosciutto, 1 hard-boiled egg, and then I want to show you in this container I also have some turkey pastrami that my dad sliced up for me. And I went with my dad to Restaurant Depot and he bought some beef pastrami because my mom really likes it, and my older sister. So he also sliced that up and they gave me some too, which is really nice of them. So that's what I have in this container. So I'm having prosciutto now, but in a little bit, probably around dinner time or so, you'll see I have the turkey pastrami and the beef pastrami with some other stuff, but you'll see that at dinner. So that is my 2:45 p.m. meal snack. I don't know, I think I'm gonna add mustard to that stuff because I'm so excited that I found that mustard. I say found like they were low stock. They were not, but I'm just excited to have mustard, so. But I don't know which mustard I want. Oh. Okay, I know this is crazy. Trey would tell me I'm being insane. But the way I see it, I cut my eggs into quarters and I have 4 mustards, so each portion of an egg is going to get a different bit of mustard because I like mustard. I used to hate like this regular yellow mustard, and I used to only like the spicy brown mustard. The Dijon mustard and honey mustard has always been my favorite. And then something happened and I started liking yellow mustard too. So here we are, right? So now I'm just obsessed with all the mustard. I don't know why, it just is what it is. I think the first mustard I started using and really liking was actually spicy brown mustard. And I can't remember why. It's definitely something my mom probably put on a sandwich and whatnot. Well, I say that, but I mean, like, honey mustard was always my favorite, but after honey mustard, I tried spicy brown mustard and I ended up liking it. And then I tried Dijon. This guy was the last mustard I ever started to like. I think I just didn't like mustard because I didn't know what it tasted like when I was little. Like, I didn't know what to expect when I first tasted this mustard, so when I tasted it, I was like, ew, what is that? Now I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. Alright, so now we can put mustard on all my pieces of eggs. I'm not doing a ton, right? It's just like a little bit of mustard. See that little bit of mustard? Whatever. You'll see. Okay, so now this is my snack. So I'm gonna eat this and then I'll see you for my next snack slash meal. I think it's gonna end up being a bigger meal, but the reason I say that is because, so lately what I've been doing is I kind of eat everything that you've seen me been eating, whatever, but for dinner time, well, how do I explain this? So I'm supposed to have the turkey pastrami and the beef pastrami as like a meal slash snack, right? Like just that, so it's, I don't know, just like to pick at it. And then for dinner is when I have like stuff from the air fryer and like chicken and veggies. But lately what I've been doing is putting the beef pastrami and the turkey pastrami in with my dinner meal that I have like the chicken and the veggies and the fries with and whatnot. So I don't know, that's just what I've been doing. So that's why I would consider that one my last, it's not even my last meal. That's why I would consider that the French fry meal, like a meal. I guess because it's more than 2 things, I don't know. Or it's the biggest calorie one. whatever. I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, so don't mind the kettlebell back here and the dumbbells or whatever. I put those there so that way when La Machina, which is our robot vacuum, so when it runs, it doesn't fall off the stairs. It's supposed to recognize stairs, and it does 95% of the time, and then other times it just like just jets off the stairs. It's the craziest thing, really. So that's why that's there. But it's 4:45, so I'm about to start prepping, getting my dinner together, which usually this is pretty early for me to eat dinner. I usually don't have it until like 5:30. Well, I don't start prepping it till 5:30, so then I don't eat it till like 5:45, 6 o'clock, but I'm hungry now, so I'm gonna eat now. So I'm gonna have 2 ounces of turkey pastrami, 2 ounces of just beef pastrami, some vegetables, 3 ounces of chicken, a serving of crinkle cut french fries, some beets, and fried zucchini sticks, so zucchini fries. So, time to get that together. I forgot, I also like having pickles, and we can our own pickles, so I'm having some dill pickles too. And don't forget all the mustard. Alright, so I have my air fryer basket. I have parchment paper liners. They just go right in. They fit really nice. And I just do one of those. So I like my things actually crispy. So this will probably go for like 12, 15-ish minutes. I set it for 15 minutes. I check it at 10 and then I just go from there. And then I think the temperature I have it at is like 375. It's really whatever you want it to do. It's gonna cook. It'll be fine. Okay, so now you probably hear that humming, but that's going. So in here are the veggies that I made last night. It was just a California blend from Aldi. So I did half the bag yesterday, so now I'm gonna have the other half of the bag today. So I'm just putting this here, and I'm gonna measure out 3 ounces of cooked chicken into there. I made this chicken in the air fryer. Very proud of myself. It was super saucy, which, I mean, if I knew I was gonna make it in the air fryer, I would not have put that much sauce. Originally I thought I was gonna grill these, but then I got the air fryer and couldn't say no. So these are beets we actually make when I say I'm canning with Trey's mom. Whenever I say we're doing beets, this is what we're doing. So now, I showed you this earlier, I'm going to be measuring out 2 ounces of beef pastrami and 2 ounces of turkey pastrami, which I'm pretty sure is actually, yeah, it's just what's left in those 2 bags, so I'm not even gonna put it in here because there's no need. Just, there you go. Okay, so I have a plastic dipping sauce thing, but I have 2 lids, so I'm just gonna put the mustards on there and then do, I don't know, the 4th mustard somewhere else. I do have these little stainless steel sauce cups, but I figured I'll use up the plastic ones to throw them out. I guess I don't actually need the silver one because I just did 2 on 1. Whoops. So I haven't heated up the chicken and the veggies yet, mainly because the air fryer still has about 5 minutes left, so I'm gonna wait to heat the chicken and veggies up when the air fryer is actually done. So air fryer stuff is done. This is what it looks like. Sliding all over the place, but came out great. I know this might look weird. I haven't done this before, but I'm gonna try it out. Just spraying some cooking spray on these so that I can sprinkle them with salt and garlic and then it sticks. We'll see. We also jar our own tomato sauce. It's nothing but tomatoes, no salt, garlic, no nothing, just tomatoes. So that way we can season it how we want. And I like just putting salt and garlic powder in here, so that way I can dip whatever I want in here. So the chicken and veggies are all heated up, so now I can just eat everything. Okay, so I finished dinner, which I finished, sounds terrible. I finished eating at 5:40. You know, I started cooking. I started like kind of gathering it together at 4:45. So I didn't actually start eating until 5:30. So as much as I said I was eating earlier, I really wasn't. Because I kind of forgot about it and then that happened. Anyway, it's 6:17 now. I'm going to make my popcorn because that's my last meal of the day. I also think I'm gonna add watermelon to my macros for today. I don't know. I probably will because I have watermelon, mandarins, nectarines, and plums. So I want something like that. I'm also just eating the popcorn because Trey and I went through a kick with popcorn. Now we just have a ton of popcorn that I'd rather eat it than throw it away or waste it. And it's not bad, it's good, but now when I have fruit in the fridge that I just got today, I'm like, I want that. So, that's where I'm torn. But anyway, I'm gonna make the popcorn now, so that way I can just already have it ready to go around 7:30 when I move into the bedroom, because that's where I like to eat my popcorn, laying in bed or watching something on TV. So I have this silicone, like, popcorn maker thing. I know you can get a popcorn maker that's like glass from Tasty or whatever. I don't know, I got this off Amazon because it was bigger, and Trey and I eat a lot. So that's why I got this. Even though I'm only doing popcorn for me today, but you get the idea. I just like that it had the option to make a lot more popcorn. There was actually a point in time where Trey and I were making popcorn, but we would let it cool off and then we would put like caramel drizzles and chocolate drizzles and things like that. That's not what I'm doing today because macros, but that was also a big reason why we needed a lot of popcorn to be made at once, was because we were making a lot of like dessert popcorn. That's what we called it, dessert popcorn. So anyway, popcorn's in there. We were just using this Jolly Time white popcorn. It's really cheap. Got it at Walmart, so yeah. And all I read about white popcorn versus yellow popcorn is pretty much just like the size of the kernel when it pops. My understanding is that white popcorn, so this popcorn obviously is going to be white when it's popped, but it's also going to pop in smaller kernels, I guess, versus yellow popcorn pops yellow, duh. Does not taste different though, my understanding, and it pops into like bigger puffs. So there's your popcorn lesson. So I like salt in my popcorn, but there's like popcorn salt that's finer than regular salt. I just use regular salt. It's not that big of a deal. You can also put coconut oil in here. I just use this butter spray non-stick stuff. You don't actually need a spray, but it helps the salt stick to the popcorn. Also, that looks like a lot. Like half of it is not gonna stick to the popcorn. So you just do that, drop the little lid thing on, and then the popcorn goes in. I do about 4 minutes, but you're supposed to change your power level to a level 8, says the directions, which I have on the fridge right here, but I actually do a level 7. So I've come to find out that when I put our microwave on a level 8 and pop it, I have more kernels turn out unpopped, and then it burns faster if I try to add more time. But a level 7 is perfect, where I get the best popped ratio before it like starts to burn the kernels that originally popped. So that's why I do a level 7. But the directions, yeah, the directions say do a power level of 8 on your microwave and to do it for 2 to 4 minutes. If I do a level 8 for 3 minutes or 3 minutes and 30 seconds, then some kernels start to burn when it's closer to 3 minutes and 30 seconds, but when I do it for 3 minutes, then like barely any kernels pop. So that's why I did my own thing. Okay, so popcorn is done. I feel like you've seen me from only this angle all day today, or in this video. Let's film the cleaning video today too, but whatever. Popcorn is done. So I'm just gonna put this in a Tupperware. I need to do dishes, but that's gonna be my cleaning video. Yeah, so I guess that's the end of this video because this is the last bit of food. If I have fruit, you'll never know. Maybe you will. I don't know. I still don't know if I'm gonna have fruit. That's what the problem is. But the sun is going down, and in my head that means I'm done filming. Do I have lights? Yes. Do I have the lighting to film with? Yeah. Do I want to do it? No. So, we're gonna end this video here. This is what a usual day of eating looks like for me for this past week and a half. And usually I can maintain the same eating thing pretty much for an indefinite amount of time without getting sick of it. It's just how I roll. So I'm gonna keep eating this. Pretty much when I start changing things up in what I eat in a day, it's because I ran out of something sounded good. So that's it. Like before this, I wasn't doing a protein smoothie or kefir smoothie that you saw. I was doing overnight oats with protein in it. But the protein powder that I have right now, the ISOPure unflavored, was just no bueno in overnight oats. So, I mean, sorry. So the problem was that the ISOPure protein that I had that's unflavored was no bueno and hot oatmeal. But I was using peanut butter to flavor my oatmeal, which does better when it's hot. So one thing did good hot, the other thing did good cold. So it was just, yeah. Anyway, that's why I started doing the smoothie, because I was like, I have all this frozen fruit. Why not do a smoothie with the protein powder? So once I finish the protein powder, I'll probably go back to overnight oats. Who knows, we'll see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.